Bill, are you ready?
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the
Bella, make sure you bring your charger for your tablet.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Jones. Going left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
You ready? Hey, Charlie. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Get it.
Throwing Jones. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs.
Oh, good.
There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see the kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, stand up. Defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try the left side. Barker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Hello?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Oh. Where are you?
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I
Now
just
it's
started
down
to
to
gain
Cheers.
with somebody.
We've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Could you start the game with somebody?
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
He's not going to do it. God damn it.
Looking to run with Matt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I mean, it's like she knows I'm fucking playing. She does it on fucking purpose to fucking irritate me.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
Fucking the go-to ran is to go take
But
coupons.
does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Got it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Orbit.
49, guys.
2nd and 2. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered
Jesus,
my help
God,
with plays, and
damn it, man.
For mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
218, chop.
On first down, it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, God, man, you knew what I was gonna do. Why the fuck are you gonna call me to do that shit now?
Ready? 70, Indy. General West. Yeah.
Second and 9 now. On the screen, this is Coleman. Wiggles, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
God damn it, man.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front.
Hello?
To get it
Can you
down.
save it from next time, Michelle? Fucking bullshit, dude. This is fucking bullshit.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time
Hello.
about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams
Hello.
are the ones that go deep into
Can you say, can we not use those coupons?
here. And you and I
God
both know
damn,
recent
Michelle.
years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner.
Can we not save those coupons for next time?
Special one there.
I guess not. She's gonna get pissed off at me
They'll
now.
operate from
Now
the
I'll be in the shit.
32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, team 6.
2nd and 3. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
First down, Travis.
Watch twig.
Looking to throw.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into
Yes, it
coverage,
was.
almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Set, ready? 60 or. Hey! Let's go. Hey, two. Ready?
Jones now operating from
No.
the gun.
Oh my God.
Is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former
Who the hell are you
was the
throwing to,
target.
dude? He was
That
so
takes us from
open.
2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Jones taking a deep shot. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his
And
guys
Michelle,
will
you
get
just
the
so fucked me
football
up,
back.
Michelle. I can't even
Well,
think
they
straight
didn't
because of
exactly
your
show
ass.
patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go, go. 52, 52. Let's go, defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the 2nd and 7. Man open, that's Damian Rattler. 28 yards the gain there on the catch.
He's got all my players.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now back to throw. It's complete to Diggs. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Shit, I thought that was Diggs that was running downfield.
Quickly, and they just
Oh my God, I gotta keep
huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process.
I thought it was
no one left
I
behind.
was running.
No pointing fingers,
14
no
is his number,
accusations.
14.
Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Go!
Get him, you got it. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, pick your game up.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Set. 18 Gator. Topper. Go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the line.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was me. That was me. That was on me. I fucking just threw it like a dummy. I threw it like a dummy.
For a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
These guys can't tackle for shit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got an open man. It's Radley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Hey, Alpha. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Set the tone, defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
What we got?
Oh, nice. And
they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
yes,
But
these
you and I
corners
both know
can't fucking
that they
block.
planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's see what you got.
It's a crossbar.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Break.
It's Coleman here, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No, check that. You want Mike 52 right here. Hey, keep it up.
From the gun, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
It's a 2-touchdown game. I need a touchdown. I do not need a field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones throwing again.
Oh!
But it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but
He was there.
And that's the thing
He was there. How did you drop that? Freaking hit him right in the face mask.
Risks, but you try and find a way to get
God
back to what you
damn,
were doing
dude.
earlier in the drive in order to
face
finish
mask.
this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. Falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
I need a
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Go now. 94.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I knew he was.
Receiver complete. A game there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
This team.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Go.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman. 42 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but just like 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Bring it. Mike 51. Mike 51. 51 to Mike 51.
2nd and 6. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Barker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for 1st down.
You're in trouble. See, then you sit there and wonder why you always get in the shit house. It's because I fucking ask you to do something and you can't fucking do it. That's some bullshit, Alex. You fucking act like I'm asking for your fucking kidney.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Jones going to throw again. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 32-yard line.
On the ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
You ready?
49, come on. 49, come on.
Move.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Go.
Back to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Minnesota, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you.